Welcome to the program. You are currently following an analysis of the Philadelphia Eagles. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch, wherever you are and however you prefer to consume content. In the next few minutes, we will explore a statement made by a respected analyst of the National Football League, who is also a former offensive lineman, regarding a notable player expressing interest in joining a team. Does this really make sense? We will discuss this topic along with other relevant information. If the season were to start today, the team's safety lineup would feature two key players. One of them is considered one of the most underrated players on the roster and often doesn't receive the attention he deserves among others at his position in the league. He has made several important plays, possesses great instincts, and has the ability to create opportunities quickly. How many times has he made crucial interceptions playing as a deep safety? He's not afraid to get involved close to the line of scrimmage, making tackles against running backs in the ground game. He's already become a fan favorite and is highly respected in the locker room. Last year, he was part of the team's leadership group. When one of the team captains was asked who could step into the role after his departure, this player was mentioned. As for the other player we are discussing, he was drafted in the third round of a previous draft. He's an impressive player who stood out during pre-draft evaluations. In his rookie season, we got a glimpse of his potential on the field. He excels in tackling, is very physical, and has remarkable speed. In certain situations, he needs to moderate his aggressive style. He was selected in the third round a few drafts ago. He's a player who stood out in pre-draft evaluations, and in his first season, we noticed his potential in action. He's a player who stands out in tackles, moving with contagious energy. However, at times, he needs to manage that intensity as his overzealous pursuit can take him out of place. Nevertheless, I believe there are versatile ways to utilize his skills. He can play in the traditional safety position, but he can also be used in hybrid formations due to his excellent tackling ability. It might not be ideal to place him in the slot position, as he lacks the necessary short area agility, but there are several ways to take advantage of his traits. Additionally, the team selected a Texas athlete with a high draft pick. His playing style is very similar to that of another well-known player. He brings a lot of energy and passion to the field. Last year, he had the lowest passer rating among collegiate safeties. At a previous university, he played cornerback, showing his versatility. Although he may be slightly underweight for his ideal size, he has a notable 40-yard dash time, and his performance exceeds his physical measurements, and I believe the team can use him in a similar role to a player who succeeded in that role. Remember, when that player was traded, he accumulated a lot of snaps in the slot position and few as a safety. Despite that, the team managed to extract the best of his skills, and I believe they'll do the same with this new athlete, who has natural talents for the position. What stands out about these three players I've mentioned, along with others on the list, is that they are all relatively young. In contrast, there's a veteran on the team. This brings us to today's question. Does the team need to bring this player in? Yes or no? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. As for the discussion we've had, it's not just a simple reunion. There's a genuine desire to join the team. The team drafted a new player and still has another who stands out. I would really appreciate hearing your thoughts in the comments regarding the discussion surrounding Simmons. This isn't just a simple reunion of Justin Simmons and Vic Fangio. He's genuinely excited about the prospect of coming to Philadelphia and being part of the team. The Eagles have brought in Andrew Makuba and have Reed Blankenship on their lineup. While there are other players available, none match his statistics, interception record, and leadership capabilities. With the departures of Darius Slay and other key figures from the secondary, he would effectively fill that gap. Simmons is also incredibly intelligent, with a strong understanding of the game and a high football IQ, and he is eager to make a contribution to Philadelphia. I found it quite amusing because it perfectly aligns with Baldy's style, and he speaks candidly. He quipped that simply finding Simmons a place to live in South Jersey would be enough. He'll manage just fine. It makes a lot of sense for the team's decision makers to contemplate the addition of Justin Simmons. I hold the Eagles' safety group in high regard. Reed Blankenship is an exceptional talent. I'm fond of the selection of Andrew Makuba, although I believed he could have been picked in the third round. That's why the team considered trading back, but they didn't want to risk losing him. I think Sidney Brown is a promising player, and he could be utilized effectively in defense. Last season, he didn't see many snaps on defense, but made significant contributions on special teams while recovering from ACL surgery. However, while I appreciate the potential of the young players in this position, relying solely on them can be risky. There are many benefits in bringing a seasoned veteran on board. We're talking about leadership and a strong football IQ, as he thrived under Vic Fangio's coaching. His presence would be immensely valuable in the locker room. Also, it's important to remember that several respected players have left the team recently. If there were to be an injury in the safety department, having Justin Simmons would provide excellent support, even if he isn't a starter. Moreover, I don't foresee Simmons demanding a high salary at this point in his career, especially since he is over 30. He most likely won't come with a hefty price tag. Right now, he's an unrestricted free agent. As a starter, he would offer excellent coverage for any injuries in that position. Furthermore, I do not think that Simmons, given his current career stage and being over 30, will command a high salary. He's probably not going to be very costly. At this moment, he is an unrestricted free agent, having recently signed a one-year deal with a new team after spending his entire career with another organization from 2016 to 2023. He has been a highly successful player since being selected in the third round from Boston College and will turn 32 years old on November 19th. While safeties can often have extended careers in this league, he is no longer in his prime. That said, he is still a reliable veteran choice for the safety position. Therefore, I would advocate for bringing Justin Simmons on board. I would also consider younger talents like Julian Blackmon, who has previously played for another organization and remains available in free agency. When it comes to Simmons and Philadelphia, the connections are quite meaningful. He has shown enthusiasm about joining the Eagles and remarked that playing there would be amazing. A two-time second-team All-Pro under Vic Fangio, who was previously the head coach of another organization, Simmons is a four-time second-team All-Pro. He maintains a solid relationship with the Eagles' defensive backs coach, who is well respected in the organization and viewed as a possible future defensive coordinator. The defensive backs in the Eagles' secondary also regard this coach highly. Following the trade of a pivotal player, the team now has a less experienced player in Sidney Brown, who could offer depth and leadership. Brown, a third-round pick from 2016, deserves recognition as an All-Pro player as recently as 2023. He was a co-leader in NFL interceptions in 2022. One consistent aspect of his performance has been his knack for creating turnovers and making interceptions. Since 2016, he has recorded 32 interceptions, which I believe is among the highest for defensive backs since entering the league. He is a ball-hawking playmaker who has also displayed great durability, having played in more than 13 games in 8 out of 9 seasons. The only time he played fewer than 13 games was in 2022. I apologize for the interruption, but this discussion about the Eagles is truly captivating. Since entering the league in 2016, he stands out among the top 5 in all defensive back metrics. He is an athlete who excels in intercepting passes and has impressive durability, playing in 13 or more games in 8 of 9 seasons. The only time he played in fewer than 13 games was in 2022. It's an opportune time to remind you to subscribe to the channel. We are 19 subscribers away from reaching 120,000, having already surpassed 100,000 and received the YouTube Silver Play button during a divisional round match against a team from California in January. We're close to hitting that 120,000 mark. For those interested in getting a team jersey, it's available today, preparing for the next season. It's simple. Just follow a link to find a variety of products, including jerseys available in multiple colors and sizes for men, women, and children, along with retro options. By visiting the site and making a purchase, the company will be aware of your choice. The expectations for the player's performance in 2024 are high, especially after his move to a new team. He signed the contract a bit later in the process, believing it was in August, and many saw the safety formation as an opportunity to revitalize a defense that had been struggling. While his performance wasn't exceptional, there were factors that influenced it, and we will discuss this situation shortly. The PFF overall grade was 59.9. For years, many imagined the duo of safeties as a possible solution to renew a defense that was struggling. Despite his performance not standing out, there were underlying aspects that affected it, and soon we'll address those points. The overall grade of 59.9 placed him 113th out of 171 qualified safeties, showing performance against runs that was lacking, ranking 149th. The coverage grade was 60.8, which, while not bad, didn't hit an elevated level. With 2 interceptions, he ranked 23rd, demonstrating his ability to intercept passes, but allowed a passer rating of 105.1, placing him 64th, in addition to recording 4 pass deflections, placing him 19th. The interceptions and leadership were still maintained at a high level, considering that as recently as 2023, he was an All-Pro player, receiving previous honors in 2019 as a Pro Bowler in 2020 and 3 consecutive All-Pro. Honors from 2021 to 2023. The tackle and PBU numbers have been consistent in the position. It was previously mentioned that there are reasons for the difficulties faced last year. He commented that everything was new to him, as he had stayed in a single organization throughout his career, and the defense was similar to the previous. 1. With the move to a new system, it's believed he can get back on track and perform better. However, he wasn't the only one to face difficulties. The defense of the new team also had a poor performance, resulting in the firing of the defensive coordinator after 1 year. A new coach had to take on a more prominent role in the defensive strategy due to the poor performance of the unit, which allowed a high completion rate and a large number of touchdowns. The secondary's effectiveness often relies on the pressure provided by the pass rush, but in this case, that pressure was virtually non-existent. At the end of the season, the called plays faced challenges due to the unsatisfactory performance of the defense. The team reached the highest completion percentage in the league with 69.9%, while allowing the second highest number of touchdowns in the NFL, totaling 34. The efficiency of the secondary often depends on the pressure exerted on the quarterback, and in Atlanta, that pressure was almost non-existent. The team finished last in the NFL in sacks with 31 and also occupied the last position in pressure percentage with 28.1%. This reality became clear, leading to the selection of a player from the University of Georgia, followed by a trade involving a first-round pick from the following year to obtain another first-round pick in this cycle. It's common for safeties and corners to face difficulties when there's no pressure on the quarterback, as he has enough time to analyze the field and make plays. Without that pressure, he can make game-changing plays, and the defense really felt the impact of this. It's interesting to note that the Philadelphia team had been defeated by Atlanta in the previous season, primarily because of a mistake by a key player. Then, the team faced 2 more losses during the season, one against an opponent who was without key players, and the other against a team that saw its quarterback leave quickly due to a concussion. An expert believes that hiring a renowned athlete would be a wise decision, a point of view that resonates with many. Bringing this player to Philadelphia would represent a significant addition to the team. At the very least, a 4-time All-Pro athlete would be acquired at a reasonable cost, already having knowledge of the defense and capable of providing more depth to the position. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy, share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a surprising move that has sent ripples through the NFL community, quarterback Baker Mayfield is set to join the Philadelphia Eagles. The former #1 overall pick, known for his fiery competitiveness and resilience, will bring a new dynamic to an Eagles team looking to bolster its offense and deepen its playoff aspirations. Mayfield, who most recently played with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, had a solid 2024 season, leading them to the playoffs and showcasing improved decision-making and pocket presence. While he had bounced between teams in recent years, from the Browns to the Panthers to the Rams, his stint in Tampa Bay helped reestablish his credibility as a starting quarterback in the league. The Eagles, coming off a turbulent end to their last season, appear to be seeking a change in tone and leadership. While Jalen Hurts has been the face of the franchise, questions have emerged about long-term consistency and durability. It remains unclear whether Mayfield is being brought in to compete for the starting job, provide experienced depth, or potentially take over should Hurts falter. Mayfield's arrival in Philadelphia brings with it a mix of excitement and skepticism. Fans remember his 2020 run with the Cleveland Browns, when he led them to their first playoff win in decades. His swagger, confidence, and underdog mentality have often energized locker rooms, though his outspoken nature and inconsistency have also drawn criticism. The Eagles organization is no stranger to quarterback controversies, and Mayfield's presence could reignite familiar debates. However, head coach Nick Sirianni has emphasized the importance of competition and accountability, suggesting that Mayfield will be given a fair opportunity to prove himself. What remains to be seen is how Mayfield's personality will mesh with the high-pressure Philadelphia environment and whether he can recapture the form that once made him one of the most talked-about players in the league. For now, one thing is certain. Baker Mayfield in Midnight Green is a storyline that will dominate headlines well into training camp. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.